So I got some unscheduled repairs to do today. My Armada back here has a weird shake in the steering wheel when you go over bumps, sometimes when you hit the brakes. And today I'm gonna show you how to diagnose that right here in your driveway, just like me. Now, some people are going to say that what I'm about to show you is common automotive knowledge, but I've seen so many mechanics and shops misdiagnose steering and suspension issues. This is something you can do real quick anytime you think you got a suspension or steering issue, and really it's not a bad idea to do this periodically. All of your fleets that do PMIs, they check the front steering and suspension every time they do an oil change. Now, to do this properly, you got to jack it up in the right spot. You want to unload this lower control arm right here, and unload these ball joints. So what you got to do is don't jack it up from over here on the frame or back there on the frame. You've got to jack it up by the lower control arm. So I got the wheel off the ground. You can see right here, it's spinning freely. You want to start by checking the steering. I'm gonna start by putting my hand on the inside of the tire and pull out this way, and then take this hand and push that way, just like that. Now, usually if there's an issue, you'll feel like a thump, 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 thump. If you feel a thump going side to side, you need to look at your tie rod end right here and see if there's any side to side movement between this part and this part. These two should move together. If you still feel a thump, there's another tie rod end. The inner tie rod end is inside this boot. You can see I got a leak right here. But there's a tie rod end inside that boot. Now, that was kind of hard to diagnose, but if this rod's moving in and out freely, then you've got an issue in there. So in this case, I did not feel any side to side movement, which means my steering linkages are tight. Now we go to the 12 and 6 o'clock positions. You want to lift up and then push in and kind of give it a wiggle like this. And I do feel a thump. Now, if you feel a thump when you're doing the up and down job there, you want to look at this ball joint and see if there's any movement there. You want to look at that upper ball joint while you're wiggling it right here. You want to look at these lower control arm bushings to see if they move in and out. And you want to look at these upper control arm bushings. That's the issue with this one, is the upper control arm bushings. Let me see if I can get this camera in here and wiggle it at the same time and show you. Let's see here. Can you see that movement? Right here. It's not a lot, but it's enough to cause an issue. Now, what you would do at this point is move over to the other side, do the exact same thing, which is what I've already done. And surprise, surprise, the upper control arm bushings on that side have play in them as well. So no wonder it's driving a little wonky when you hit bumps and when you hit the brakes sometimes. So at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and put jack stands under the frame and support it. And then I'm gonna take my jack out from under the control arm, take the front tires off, let everything droop, and get ready for a repair. Voila, tires removed. Frame is supported with a jack stand. I got this guy, he's just under there for when this ultimately falls down. It's got something to catch it with. Let's remove an upper control arm. All right, leave him on a couple of threads because we're gonna have to smack right here and this thing will separate. So I can do it with a little hammer. There it goes. See it move? Now we're going to support this a little more with the jack, going up just a little bit. We can push this down, take the nut off. And there we go. Look at that. There it is. I don't like that. I didn't hear the plinko. I didn't hear it hit the bottom. Where did that go? I can feel it. It's on top of the motor mount. Yay. All right. Boom. Look at how bad these things are worn out. Look at all that wiggling. I don't know if you can see there's a crack in there. Bushings are shot. Oh, yeah. But look at what I'm about to replace it with. So I am an affiliate for Flash Arc Racing. And this is their control arm. Look at the bushings on those. Tell me that's not a lot beefier than the ones on this factory one. There's a massive weight difference. And check this out. We got a greasable ball joint. You got this cap that you can remove. You got a greasable ball joint, and then put the cap back on to keep the dirt and stuff out of the top of that ball joint. It's also bent here for lifted applications, but you can use it on a stock application if you want to. Flash Arc has control arms for a lot of different vehicles, not just Nissan stuff. So go over there and check them out. I got a link down in the description. If you click on that link, it'll take you to my affiliate page. And if you put in ESW15 at checkout, it'll give you an additional 15% off of already competitive prices. All right, let's get some installations going on here. I'm doing a lot better if I can hold on to my bolts. Always leave these bolts loose until I get everything else bolted back up and I put the tire on it and I get it back on the ground. Because if you don't, it'll rip them bushings prematurely if that's in a bind. You want them to kind of be sitting neutral in at ride height. Now here's something I've had to do with some ball joints and control arms that I have to do with these arms. And it's like the threads don't go far enough, but that's kind of a common thing. All you have to do is put a couple of washers here and it'll fix that. You just don't want it to the nut to bottom out and there's still a gap in between the nut and the bottom of the knuckle here. Just add a couple washers and it takes care of that. Now I'll take my cap off, pump some grease into this ball joint. Now that I've got everything greased up, I made a mess in the process, screw my cap back on. Nice. Now I just got to put the tire back on it and get the weight back on the tire so I can tighten the upper control arm bolts. And this is going to be done on this side. Now that I got the weight back on the vehicle, and this is where the arm's going to sit at ride height, I can give that those upper bolts a couple ugga-duggas and get them snugged up. I know these probably have a torque spec. Everything has a torque spec, but I've been doing suspension work long enough to know that a few ugga-duggas will set this thing straight. Well, now all I got to do is do the other side. And I'm not going to film that because it's just like this side, except backwards. So let me get this thing buttoned up. And then we'll take it for a ride. We'll do some final thoughts. So it's all back together. I'm taking it on a test drive. See how this thing bounces coming out the driveway. Already left steering feedback. I noticed when I had this thing apart that I need some brake pads. So that's where I'm headed now. I'm gonna go ahead and get me some brake pads and throw them on tonight while I got a minute. Wow, another bump. You know, that goes to show that sometimes stuff wears over time and you don't, it comes on so slowly that you don't really realize how bad it was until you fix the issue. Because this thing's, wow. And you know, anytime you replace a big piece like that on your suspension, you should get alignment. Obviously, I need to get alignment, but I'm not worried about that right this second. This thing feels pretty good. Right on the road. It's got a little drift to the right. That could just be the crown of the road though. It's not terrible. Well, that's it, folks. I hope this helps somebody diagnose their front end. Like I say, this works on any kind of vehicle, any kind of light vehicle, truck, car, SUV. You can figure out if you got bad ball joints and probably save yourself a lot of money. So coming up, continuing working on the Frontier. I got a lot of crap I got to do to it. And mainly that's probably going to be most of this summer is that Frontier. So if you watched it all the way to the end, I appreciate you stopping by. Hit the subscribe button. If you like this video and you're not already subscribed, leave a comment if you got any questions and come back and see me.